Greetings and salutations, internet friends, and welcome back to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, your titular first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and viewer submitted title, Cinemaster.
I like it.
That one was submitted by Damon Krasnick. Nope, I threw an R in there for some reason. I'm sorry. Damon Krasnick. You too can have your username butchered by me by submitting your viewer submitted titles in the comments below. For those of you who are new to the channel, hi, welcome. What we're doing here is watching our way through a very long list of movies that typically I have never seen, but that Matthew has. That being said, Matthew, what are we watching today?
Today we are watching the 1995 war drama Braveheart. And as per usual, I give you the name, date, and genre. You go in with what you already know about the movie. You tell everybody what you know, then we watch it and we review it. So what do you know about Braveheart?
I know that this is Mel Gibson. I know he's in it. He's like the main dude. William Wallace. I'm pretty sure he directed it. Let's see here. It's like the Scottish versus the English. There's kilts. At some point he screams about freedom. And this is based on a true story. Or loosely based, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Because William Wallace was like a real person. Mm-hmm. And the war was like a real war that happened.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you pretty much know everything. So I haven't bothered watching the movie.
I know. Yeah, nailed this. Got it in the bag.
But yeah, you also mentioned that you knew this was based on a true story. Normally, whenever you watch movies that are based on a true story, you need to take it with a big grain of salt because the directors and writers always take creative liberties for storytelling purposes to either make something more dramatic or for whatever
make a movie.
Yeah, to tell a more entertaining story, I guess. However, with this movie, I will go ahead and tell you that it actually is one of the most historically accurate movies ever made. Like they did a lot of research. Like they visited Scotland, talked to historians. They did a lot of background work to try to get as many historical details as accurate as possible.
Really? No,
just kidding.
What the fuck? I was what? Okay, damn, Mel. Okay, I'm impressed.
I'm sorry. You had to be a part of that, but that was mostly a joke or a prank for the people watching because I know at least 5 or 10 people immediately started typing about how wrong I was. I will go ahead and say that this is actually one of the most historically inaccurate movies ever made.
Oh, okay.
So
you weren't telling the truth, a liar.
I was fibbing.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, kudos. Oh, you got me.
I hope I got some people out there.
Okay.
I hope people are like, what are you talking about?
Matthew, what a troll.
Anyway.
He's a stinker.
Anyway, with that being said, I'm ready to watch the movie. Are you? Mm-hmm. One more thing for first-time viewers. You may see me with my phone in my hand during the movie. That's because I'm taking notes on things to talk about after the movie. And with that being said, I'm ready to watch the movie.
Okay. Well, let's watch Braveheart.
Let's watch Braveheart.
I feel like I'm already going to like this soundtrack. Jesus, where is this actually Scotland? Wherever this is gorgeous.
I'm going to make a note of it, but some of it was shot in Scotland, but a majority of it was shot in Ireland.
Oh.
Historians from England will say I am a liar, but history is written by those who have hanged heroes.
Can I come?
No, go home, boy.
I want to go.
Go home, William, or you'll feel the back of my hand.
That little kid's so dirty. Get him a washcloth.
A what cloth?
A washcloth.
Rinse around, wash it off.
Oh, shit.
I can fight.
No, you can fight. But it's our wits that make us men.
Uh-oh.
Domine exaudi vocem meam.
Oh.
William, I'm your uncle.
Did the priest give a poetic benediction?
It was in Latin.
You don't speak Latin? Well, that's something we shall have to remedy, isn't it?
As bride for his son, Longshanks had chosen the daughter of his rival, the King of France.
Oh. You messed up. You let Papa see.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots. Grant them prima nocte. When any common girl inhabiting their lands is married, our nobles shall have sexual rights to her on the night of her wedding. If we can't get them out, we'll breed them out.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello.
Dropped your rock. Well, the test of a soldier is not in his arm. It's here.
No. It's here.
Oh!
What are you doing?
Ah!
I come to claim the right of prima nocta. It is my noble right.
Know the now, anyway.
Know the now. Know the now. We'll see you later.
Oh, the weather's just fine. It's hardly raining. Did you not hear what I said? Yeah.
Oh! Pretty!
Yeah, the scenery and cinematography in this movie is insane.
Send your written warning first.
Oh, it wouldn't do you much good. I can't read.
Can you not? Well, that's something we shall have to remedy, isn't it? And what language? Est-ce que chaque jour, je pensais à toi.
Do that standing on your head and I'll be impressed.
Thought he was gonna kiss her, huh?
Oh, shit! Is the flower what she gave him? Damn, yo. That's sweet.
If I can live in peace, I will.
You say you want to stay out of the troubles?
Aye.
If you can prove it, you may court my daughter.
Hmm.
Until you prove it, my answer's no.
Didn't I just prove it?
No!
Nope.
No.
No!
No! Yeah! He seems like, I don't know, way too old for this. Oh, what is that? First text message? He just slipped it in her DMs.
Ye old DMs.
Ye old DMs. Oh. See, they're smart. Have a secret wedding. Titties.
Yeah, the worst.
Meet me at the grove. Right!
They're getting away!
Shit.
Day's lawlessness is how you repay my leniency. Well, you leave me with little choice.
sir, what news? I have dispatched 100 soldiers to Lanark.
Actually, it was more like 50. Make it quick.
You remember me? Well, I'm here to claim the right of a husband!
I will gain English favor by condemning it and ordering it opposed from our lands in the south.
What's he got?
Leprosy, I believe.
Okay.
La nuit dernière, j'ai couché avec quelqu'un des conseils de guerre.
Il n'était pas censé te faire des confidences sur l'oreiller.
Les Anglais savent pas quoi sert une langue.
Those poor ladies.
Hundreds of them. Long spears, twice as long as a man.
That long? Some men are longer than others. I've been telling you stories about me again.
Get him!
William Wallace, we've come to fight and to die for you.
Oh, well.
Stand up, man. I'm not the Pope.
Him? That can't be William Wallace. I'm prettier than this man. All right, Father. I'll ask him.
Is your father a ghost, or do you converse with the Almighty?
In order to find his equal, an Irishman is forced to talk to God. Yes, Father. The Almighty says, don't change the subject, just answer the f***ing question.
You fight for me, you get to kill the English.
Excellent. Stephen is my name.
Your island? You mean Ireland?
Yeah, it's mine.
You're a madman.
Oh, baby!
You'll fit right in.
You're in good company. What you doing? Oh.
Sure, didn't the Almighty send me to watch your back? I didn't like him anyway. He wasn't right in the head.
And the Highlanders are coming down on their own!
Aye, in droves of hundreds and thousands. Are you ready for a war?
Ah! Oh, it's the paint. He got the paint on his face.
You've come to fight as free men, and free men you are. What will you do with that freedom? Many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
They seem quite optimistic to me. What a fight.
What? What?
The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're
I love this dude. Oh, okay. Ah!
Yep.
That dude got slit from A to P.
I knight thee, Sir William Wallace. I demand recognition of these documents! These documents are life and usual!
Ah, noble rabble! Rah, rah, rah.
We have beaten the English, but they'll come back. Because you won't stand together, I will invade England and defeat the English on their own ground. Your title gives you claim to the throne of our country. But men don't follow titles, they follow courage.
Well, there you go, Jon Snow.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, he just said I don't like a black cape, and it reminded me of the Night's Watch kind of situation. And it rhymed. Oh, shit. Yeah, you better be scared.
What news of the North?
Well,
The
The word, my son, is that our entire northern army is annihilated, and you have done nothing.
Excuse me, sire, but there's a very urgent message from York.
Oh, boy.
Wallace has sacked York.
Huh?
What? Oh. Is it crazy hair? It's crazy hair!
If he can sack York,
Mm-hmm.
he can invade lower England.
We would stop him.
Who is this person who speaks to me as though I needed his advice?
Oh.
I have declared Philip my High Counselor.
What advice would you offer on the present situation?
Yep. Knew that was coming.
Nothing to see here.
Is it Ghost Wife?
I'm dreaming.
Yes, you are. And you must wait.
I want to stay here with you.
And I with you. But you must wait now.
Sanguinarius homo indomitus est, et semper dicens mentatium.
Ego nunquam pronunciare mentatium.
Oh,
Oh, en français, si vous préférez.
The king desires peace.
The last time Longshanks spoke of peace, I was a boy. And many Scottish nobles who would not be slaves were lured by him, under a flag of truce, to a barn where he had them hanged. You tell your king that William Wallace will not be ruled, and nor will any Scot while I live.
well, she crushed him real hard. Caught them feels.
Maybe a little bit.
Welsh bowmen, troops from France, Irish conscripts. Even if you dispatch them today, they take weeks to assemble.
I dispatched them before I sent your wife.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Personal escort of the princess.
Aye.
Must have made an impression.
Aye.
That face.
Didn't think you were in the tent that long.
My army has marched for more days than I can remember, and we still have preparations to make. We require every soldier you can summon, your personal escorts, even yourselves.
If we join, we can win. If we win, well, then we'll have what none of us have ever had before. A country of our own. You're the rightful leader. And there is strength in you, I see it.
Yeah. A gentleman's agreement.
Bruce is not coming, William.
Monet and Lachlan have come. So will the Bruce.
Feel like the Bruce is gonna
Quite a lovely gathering.
fuck you over.
Is you agree? Arrows cost money. Use up the Irish. The dead cost nothing.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh. What? Irish.
Glad to have you with us. What's this?
Oh boy. Oh. Oh no. Shit.
Check the king.
What the hell is this? The sun? Bruh! Why? Oh, you don't get to touch that. You. Better be scared. Oh, shit! God!
crossroad into his bedchamber and killed him. And there's no telling who'll be next.
Oh, shit. What a jaunty little tune to go murder into.
It's William Wallace, sure. He's given up his sword.
This is the second time you have warned me of danger. Why do you help me?
Because of the way you are looking at me now.
Oh. Okay. I got questions. I thought you would never love again. What about Ghost Wife? God.
Sir William, we come to seek a meeting. Meet us 2 days from now. Pledge us your pardon and we'll unite behind you. Scotland will be one.
Shit.
I mean, this is the pledge of Robert the Bruce.
You mean the one who betrayed you?
My lord, he approaches.
Why are you on the table? Get down. You're supposed to be a noble. Act better.
What? He's anxious. Big meeting.
Eh? Big betrayal? He's good at those. Mm-hmm.
No! Get away! Get away! Father!
That was the price of your crown.
Die! I want you to die. You're not a man. You're not my father.
You stand in taint of high treason.
Against whom?
Against your king.
Never in my whole life did I swear allegiance to him.
He is your king.
I didn't vote for him.
Do you confess? Then on the morrow you shall receive your purification.
Who are they? The Inquisition?
We've got orders from the king that
The
nobody.
king will be dead in a month and his son is a weakling. Who do you think will rule this kingdom?
Ha! Get him.
I come to beg you to confess all and swear allegiance to the king that he might show you mercy. I will die, it will be awful.
Every man dies. Not every man really lives.
Drink this. It will dull your pain.
Well, you didn't even give him a chance to swallow.
She needs her pain to be numbed as well.
Okay, alright. Fair enough.
Okay.
Before he lost his powers of speech, he told me his one comfort was that he would live to know Wallace was dead.
Comes to us all. But before it comes to you, know this. Your blood dies with you. A child who is not of your line grows in my belly.
Ah! Yeah, choke on that. That may be the best scene in the whole movie so far. I mean, that's...
Now behold the awful price of treason. Fall to your knees now. Declare yourself the king's loyal subject. Beg his mercy. Then you shall have it. Stretch him! Kiss the royal emblem on my cloak. You will feel no more. Rack him!
It can all end. Right now. Cry out. Mercy.
Mercy, William. Mercy. Jesus said.
The prisoner wishes to say a word.
Freedom!
After the beheading, William Wallace's body was torn to pieces. His head was set on London Bridge, his arms and legs sent to the four corners of Britain. It did not have the effect that Longshanks planned.
You have bled with Wallace! Now bleed with me!
In the year of our Lord, 1314, patriots of Scotland charged the fields of Bannockburn. They fought like warrior poets. They fought like Scotsmen and won their freedom.
So, that was Braveheart. Overall thoughts?
That last part was a little intense. Overall, though, I really enjoyed the movie. I mean, it was a great film. Yeah.
Yeah, because that ending was a little rough.
I knew he died, but I thought he died in battle. Like, I thought he died on the field. He did not.
If only.
He did not. I was a little fucked up. I know, back in the day they had some pretty awful
extreme methods.
Extreme methods. I jokingly said, "Oh, is that the Inquisition?" But apparently, like, it was. So, anyways, all right. The movie as a whole was, first off, the cinematography, the scope, the scenery.
Yeah.
Was gorgeous. This was a beautifully made film. The actors were great. I loved the princess.
Mm-hmm.
I forget her name. But the princess. She was, first off, gorgeous. Like, just beautiful. She was great. I loved her. I especially like her last little line there. Oh, that was just perfect. Because he couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, yes!
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, nothing. Die. That's what you're going to do. I did have a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a problem, but like, their whole relationship almost seemed a little secondary. Like, kind of like, oh, by the way.
Kind of shoehorned in?
Yeah, like, we need you to have sex so that you can have this end scene. Like, I sort of feel like it was backwards written. But, I don't know. That's just my own little weird peeve. I have some questions. You said that this was not historically accurate. I definitely have a few questions about that because some of the costume choices were interesting. I don't know that a lot of it was historically accurate. Obviously, we've gone over that. I am not a historian. I will preface this by saying that.
What?
I know, shocking. However, did they actually have kilts at that time?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe they did, shit, but I don't know why. They just felt off. As a film overall, I enjoyed it. There was a few moments where the pacing was a little tedious. I felt like...
Tedious?
I felt... Okay, I'm sorry.
Explain.
Defend yourself! No, I felt like some of the shots, like the back and forth and the slow motion, like, I understand he's trying to build suspense and trying to, like, emphasize the grandeur of the moment.
Like, but the battlefield scenes on the charging?
Yeah, like the
charge.
Yeah, the back and forth. I felt like we did a little bit too much of that. Maybe it was because we had multiple battles and we kept doing that, like the back and forth. I felt like they did it so much, like it lost some of its pizzazz. And then, like, when the Irish sort of turned, I was sort of disinterested by the time they actually stopped.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, a new thing. Okay.
So basically, it was building up the tension for you. It was building up the tension. Then the moment, like, passed to where you realize.
Exactly. Like, I came out of the suspense because I was like, oh, shit, we've been doing this for a minute. Okay.
Gotcha.
This is obviously, I'm being a little hyperbolic here. But you know that one scene in Monty Python where he keeps where he's running.
My favorite scene of the Holy Grail.
I know, and
When he's charging the castle, and it just keeps going over and over, and then finally he shows up.
Just suddenly. So that's kind of like in the back of my mind. I was like, okay. But overall, like, I mean, that was just kind of a fleeting sort of instance that I was like, man, this is a drag. Not dragging, but it's going on a little bit longer than I think you should.
It went on so long for you that it took you out of the moment.
Yes.
To where you realized, like,
yes.
Okay. I disagree.
Okay, fair enough.
For me, it was fine.
And the only other scene that really kind of like I noticed it was when he was coming into the village after his wife had been killed.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of build up there, slow motion.
Yeah, the slow motion. I think I was just like I was very aware of it. So that again, that's like a minor critique. I'm just trying to.
I guess my like internal tension drama clock maybe is a little set different than yours.
I mean, that's totally fine, you know.
Because I was full on just like in the anticipation, like, oh, I can't wait for him to wreck these guys. Like just so.
Well, we are also aware that I have a much shorter attention span than you, so like, these are facts.
This is true.
The battle scenes, though, like once they got going, were very cool. I loved everything. The mass horse murder, God, that hurt me. That hurt me.
I got some notes about that.
It hurt me a little bit. Like, it's so sad. Like, as soon as the horses stopped getting hurt, like I could watch the battle, no problem. People getting their heads lobbed off, like bashed in.
That's fine.
No problem. But the horses got poked with the stick, and I'm out. Speaking of bashed in heads, the scene in the bed where dude rode up into the bedroom and like just
crushed his head.
Just slobber knockered him with that big old chain ball. That was very impressive. I have so many feels about Robert. Like, I don't know the full like historical connotation or whatever what actually happened. But in this movie,
as the story is told here,
yes, like I just did not. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I did not anticipate him to be under that damn helmet.
I thought you were gonna see it coming a mile away. I was waiting for you to.
I was waiting for him to show up. Like, I was like, okay, he's gonna save this situation. Like, this is right at the all is lost moment. And no, we went past the all is lost moment into the oh, what the moment.
Moment wasn't lost. You threw it away.
He just threw it away.
Yeah.
It just confused me and it angered me, and I just wanted to pull a Hamish and I wanted to start punching people.
Any favorite parts? Anything you want to talk about before we get into notes, characters, or scenery, or plot points?
I love Steven. Steven is MVP.
I figured you would. Yes, Father.
Yes, Father. Is your father a ghost, or are you talking to the Almighty? I don't know what that accent was. We're just gonna breeze by it.
Well, it's pretty funny because I'm pretty sure Hamish, Brendan Gleeson, is Irish, playing a Scottish, and Stephen, can't remember his actual name, is Scottish, playing an Irishman.
That's great. Yeah, my favorite scene is definitely the princess whispering about like, yo son.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be King for long because my baby is Wallace's baby. Fuck you. I love that. And I hated the horse death. Those were my happiest and my least happiest moments in this movie.
Okay. Some of my favorite parts, like you said, when he came to exact vengeance or justice on Mornay, when he rode the horse into his chambers and caved in a skull.
Was that the invention of a Mornay store?
No.
Sorry.
No.
I'm so sorry.
That was. Ooh.
I was bad and I feel bad.
Swing and a miss. I like a lot of the small moments, like when they're at the first wedding after the prima nocta has been installed or enacted. Whenever they come to take the wife, I love how it was slow and she calmed everybody down, and there was like just music, and she said something to her husband, and you didn't get to hear what
you didn't know what it was.
You didn't get to hear what she said. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it, but I hate it because it's like a gut punch every time. Murren's execution scene, where she gets tied to the pole there, and the guy's talking, and there's like no music, nothing. It's just what's happening, and it's a brief shot of her like scanning the horizon, looking for Wallace to come back. I like it because it's like a small little moment, but also it's a gut punch, rips your heart out.
Yeah.
More than right before Wallace comes into his room, the dream he's having with Wallace riding fire behind him, the face paint, and just covered in blood. I love that image. Those are some of my favorite parts.
I dig it. The scene where she died, I was really glad that they didn't show that. Like, I thought that was so much more impactful. Sometimes it's about what you don't show.
Yeah, they implied.
Yeah. But that they did show the guy getting cut.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought that was...
Well, there was another edit of the movie done where that wasn't shown. His throat.
Oh. I think
this
you
is
need
not that version.
I felt like you needed that, like, the audience needed that sort of vindication.
We'll start off with some, like, trivia type things. So this movie won 5 Oscars.
Jeez.
Yeah, it won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Cinematography, surprise, surprise, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and Best Sound Editing. It did not win for the Best Soundtrack, which you said you liked, you really enjoyed. I assumed you would, because this was done by, the soundtrack for this was James Horner.
Old Horner, man.
Yeah, who has done several of the several of the movies we've done on this channel, Glory and Crawl. A couple movies we've watched before this channel are started, like Aliens, the American Tail movies, Bible Goes West, Land Before Time. Anyway, yeah, he did the soundtrack for this. And surprise, surprise, it's amazing. Side note, personal note, on the Nintendo 64, Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, the main theme that played in this movie is like one of the songs I learned how to play on the ocarina. I used to print out like little, it was tabs. Basically, if anybody plays guitar or anything knows what tabs are, there were tabs for the ocarina.
Tabs. Yeah.
Yeah, and I printed those out. This is one of the themes I learned how to play because I love it.
Oh my God, you sweet, beautiful angel. I love you so much.
There's a peek into childhood,
You were
Matthew.
the sexiest nerd.
I thought I heard you say something about you felt like Mel Gibson may be too old, or you felt
like
older.
I don't know. I felt like she was younger.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Well, just overall, like, I'm like, even if he went on his little pilgrimage or whatever, felt like he seemed too old to be doing this. Maybe that's just me being a bitch, I guess. I don't know.
No, Mel Gibson would agree with you. He initially turned down the role. He didn't want to do it because he thought he was too old.
Oh.
Because he was close to 40 in this, and the character at the time was supposed to be in his 20s. But Paramount, the studio, wouldn't finance the movie unless he played William Wallace.
Fair enough.
Because he was such a big star at the time. He's a big draw. So yeah, actually, Mel Gibson wanted Jason Patric originally to play the role of William Wallace. That's who he wanted. There were also some other actors considered. I wrote the list here. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay.
Liam Neeson.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's probably because of Rob Roy. That's another movie you haven't seen. Don't worry about it. And I don't know if you would ever guess this one. Robin Williams.
No.
I don't know. No. I could see it. I could, maybe.
I just don't. I don't know. That's
Anyway.
one of those, like, I definitely have to see it to see it. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You mentioned the like scope of the battles.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of extra units in this. I think it was like between 14 and 1,600 extras.
Jesus.
Yeah, it would basically, to get all of them through like wardrobe and makeup and all that. I think it took like 4 hours just to try to get everybody ready. And what I read was a lot of those extras came from the Irish Reserve Army, like different companies and stuff, but some of them had rivalries with each other.
Oh.
So it's been said that maybe some of the fighting was a little more than just like play acting.
Yeah, it's a little more realistic, shall we say?
According to what I read, I don't know if I believe this myself because it just seems improbable. Apparently, or what is the official story is, even with that many extras and all the fighting going on, apparently the most severe or serious injury that was suffered on set was a broken nose.
Oh, dang, that's impressive. That's a lot of bodies flailing around.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't know if I believe that because it just seems so improbable.
Yeah.
Like somebody else might have gotten hurt or something. I said it in the beginning, I told you about it, but I'll mention it again. Because you were like, can we go to Scotland? I'm like, well, actually, most of this, some parts were filmed in Scotland, but a majority of it was filmed in Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want to take a trip?
I mean, I would like to do both.
Let's
I would
just do that then.
like to do the whole area over there, you know?
Also, some of those big battle scenes, some parts had to be reshot and stuff because some of those extras had on like digital watches and things that couldn't be seen in shot, so they had to go back and
continuity.
Yeah, so they had to go back and reshoot some of that, which I think would have been like a nightmare.
Yeah, that's one of those I almost feel like you probably could have like CG'd them watches out, you know?
Oh, the battles and the horses. You were talking about the horses earlier. When you saw one of them get injured, you were done.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Gibson was actually investigated by some like animal rights organizations because they didn't believe that they used fake horses.
Yeah.
They thought it was
like that looked real, which is why I was like, no thank you.
But it was after one of the assistants like, you know, had some, I guess, like dailies. Basically, once they showed some of that footage, like where they shot it on location with the actual rig for the fake horses, that's when I went,
okay.
So,
all right.
Basically, yeah, they had this big rig with the fake horses on it that would like, it was on a rail and would like shoot the horses down going like 30 miles an hour, I think.
I mean, that's got to be kind of an ego boost for the, you know, props and special effects people. Like, wow, our shit looks so good. We genuinely concerned people.
Mel Gibson had like a $20 bet. He made a $20 bet or something like that. I think it was $20. It was like for anybody that could point out where the fake horses were used.
Oh yeah.
I know it was exactly one place they were used. You can see it very easily.
The horse falling off or jumping off the thing.
Yeah.
Like it was just like straight-legged, into the water.
When he dove in the water.
Yeah.
I know Mel Gibson was on location. They shot on location. They went to Ireland, and he was there over like 100-something days. And he said that like shooting this movie was so much more like taxing than all the Lethal Weapon movies he had filmed. But he said he really enjoyed it because being over there, you were further away from studio executives, so there was less meddling or interference from the studio when you're halfway around the world and they don't know what you're doing. There's no one there to say no. So you were talking about. I know. At one point you were shocked. You had a very like visceral reaction to
Bruce.
No, Mornay. The violence.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this was the rough cut of the film. Like whenever they first cut it, it had a lot more violence in it, a lot more graphic violence. But they were afraid they were going to get like an NC-17 rating, so Gibson went back and like edited a lot of it.
Yeah.
To have it more implied.
Is there an existing like full cut, like director's cut or whatever?
There's got to be somewhere. I know I read from one interview with Mel Gibson, he said there was like an hour plus of footage that was cut out, and it was finished footage because one of the things they heavily edited was his execution scene at the end. In whatever cut he has, it was shown all of it, like graphic detail. But I say it was finished because they went back and edited it because they it was a negative test screening that caused them to go back.
Yeah, imagine so. If you showed the full tilt, like.
And as far as I'm aware, like when you do test screenings, you have like finished shots and effects. So, according to him, yeah, there's an extended cut with more graphic.
You can miss me on that one, fam. I'm
yeah,
all right.
sometimes the implied.
Yeah.
Is
like I'm not sure.
Is worse than what you can show.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing to him on the cross there. I assumed it was disembowelment.
Among other things.
Yeah, so I was just like, I don't need to see that.
I'll let you show you. Let you read about that later.
I mean, I have read some of the stuff like the actual like Inquisition, or even like some of the ancient or medieval torture techniques with the bull thing, you know, and they were just some real up stuff, y'all.
The scene where he's giving his famous speech where he's riding his horse. Would you trade all the days, come back and tell them you can take their lives, but you'll never take our freedom? Apparently, whenever Mel Gibson was shouting, that would cause the horse to start running. That wasn't scripted. Like that wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of just.
He just went with it.
Yeah.
I did think that was. Yeah.
That's most of the notes I got. I think we covered a lot of it.
But no, yeah, overall I enjoyed it. You want to rate it?
Sure, go ahead.
So I really did overall enjoy this movie. Glad I finally have seen it now. The scenery, the overall cinematography, I love the soundtrack. Yeah, really, really good stuff. I did have a couple of nitpicky kind of moments. But overall I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give this one's an 8 for me. What about you?
I would agree. This is an 8.
Okay. 8's all around. Pippin! He is out, y'all. He gives it 10 beans. By the way, if y'all haven't figured it out, Pippin gives everything 10 beans. Did y'all enjoy it? Tell us. What would you rate it? I know that as Matthew mentioned, this is certainly not the most historically accurate of films, so if you have any fun historical specifications that you would like to mention, or
there's a lot,
or any tidbits in general, we love the background trivia kind of information. Definitely let us know about those in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like the video. And if you aren't already, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on all of the Summerlin-based shenanigans. Unless you have anything else.
I do not.
I think we're going to call it a day, guys. So y'all take care, and we will see you next time with another first time. Bye.